But you could, but it was nice to be mic'd up because it,
I awake now. Star Tribe, guided by the moonlight. We release the shackles as we manifest a new life. We agree to pass along the wisdom to the youth, right? Be a living proof that you can never shine too bright. No, you can never shine too bright. Unify the music with the movement of the truth, right? Unify the field so it surrounds the entire room when you lose sight. But this is all we ask for. Help us open third eyes wide, then a tad more. Pattern-forming habits that'll activate a trapdoor. Roots run deep, and we can add more. Stay aligned with source, no remorse that we don't transform. Gold vines and star canoes will show you what you stand for. Hook, line, and sinker, gonna pull me through a bad storm. Shook mind thinkers, kick the bullies out the back door. Dope rhymes go and find divine design in time, guided by a vibe. Fire by my side. Dying then reborn again, refreshed. I can't be the best, but I can do my best and be fresh. My soul's assignment's trying to prime it like a beating heart, seeding what I needed in a meeting with the trees and stars. Seeping with the nectar of the gods, I shoot a sonic dart, stretching through the ether like Demeter with a shopping cart. Protect the energy compendium I'm revving up. There is no letting up until we all ascend to better views. Inspect the entities we're letting in and getting in. The set and setting might be what determines if we win or lose. And this attention is a currency that perfectly subverted me. A burning seed was planted with a little trust. And this invention's like a battery that had to see the patterns. That's what happens when you cash in all your chips at once. I set intentions through dimensions of ascended moons, shed excessive fetishes with medicine to heal the wounds. We reap the benefits of sitting with descendants when we represent ourselves in all our glory and some breathing room. And I promise that I'll be a better person, and a version of myself I know exists within the higher realms. There is nothing that I have to prove. This attitude is blasting through the apertures, inhabiting my citadels. Oh my, what if I arise and climb in time, guided by the vines? Feeling so aligned, yo. I'm gonna thrive within the sequence. Tree speaks sermon, I'll be purging all these secrets. Served exactly what I needed in a potent form. I guess I never ceded any sanity to open doors. And there's a reason why the seasons need to change around. Debated it for ages, now let's face that stuff and make it count. I saw it in my mind's eye, might have jumped timelines. Blinded by the light, but it tastes like fine wine. Gaia lives inside rhymes, rising like a high tide. Go until I find mine, go until I die trying. I awake now.
hell yeah. Now, how's that for a start? Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
This is Rhymewave. And this is Miss Karen's dance floor, where we ponder, practice, and play, being authentic, full-hearted, full-send humans. That's what we're here for. So, you gotta arrive. So I'm gonna say, let's do it. Wherever you are, just take a moment, close your eyes. If you need to, take a deep breath. Feel your body in connection to whatever it's in connection to in this time and space. Arrive wherever you are. And we get to be connected through this camera. It's amazing, right? Wherever you are and I am, we are together right here. Be here now. And now, we are gonna go take you on a fantastic journey. We got a great show, don't we, Casey?
We do.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. So I want to tell you, like, this is a fabulous place. You can come here. It's called The Haven. It's in Portland. And it's open on the weekends, gallery hours. But what you're seeing, if you're not watching this live, what you're seeing is what is happening. This is live. This is like we go 3, 2, 1 camera and we just start rolling. And so we're gonna roll. And oh yeah, and we've got Rhymewave today, and I also got this beautiful Corinne Dermond today.
It's gonna be having me.
Yeah, it's gonna be our artist. So you'll get to meet her in just a minute. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got a giveaway to give you today. And so pay attention to the cooking segment, because that's when I'll tell you about how you can win the giveaway. But you gotta be on live. You can tell your friends, hey, come on, live, let's do this. You be a part of it. When you show up live and you interact, hey, Joe.
What's up,
Happy
Joe?
day. You shape the show by your interaction. So I really hope to hear you. I really hope to feel you here. So what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about love. And then specifically, letting love lead. Letting it be your North Star, your compass, your guiding light, your barometer, your everything. Love. I mean, that's what you are. Love. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk a little more driving because it's really important. I'm going to cook up some cinnamon rolls. Whoa. I'm going to cook up some cinnamon rolls. Savory cinnamon rolls. All right. We got a little, right? Life happens. It doesn't always happen exactly like you want it to, but it happens. So I'm gonna let Casey jump up on stage there, and we're gonna get to getting and talking about letting love lead. You know, love is this funny thing. It's like we talk about it, we sing about it, we pray for it, we yearn for it, we cry over it. It's like love. It's this unseen force that has the ability to mend fences, mend your heart, mend relationships. It has the ability to transform. It's love. What do you think about love, Casey?
Oh man, I got a lot of thoughts on love. I would say, do you want me to come down there and discuss with you before I do song?
No, yeah.
Are we going into our little thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
You know, love just might be the force that runs this whole thing. Like the thing that you can't get rid of, the thing that's always there. You know, that like starts as a feeling and then it grows and like shifts and changes until it ends up turning into like a song or a baby. That's love.
That's love.
Love is like gratitude. Love is like collaboration. And love's God to me.
Love is God. Yeah. I think love is us. Us. We are love. Love. Like it is what we are. We are love. And I think that when you talk about letting love lead, when it's like this is where we want to do. We want to like say, how do I do that? How do I let love be my North Star, my guiding light, my all things? And it's like, well, it starts by having love for yourself. Right? Love for yourself.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if we can't love ourselves, if we can't believe in ourselves, really, like, how do we expect other people to have our back? You know, if we can't, like, be deeply proud of who we are on some level, you know, not every day, but, like, you know, if we can't feel that, how do we expect to be able to find the support that we need in this life, you know? And, yeah, I think it's essential finding that self-love, because the more that you love yourself, the more you want to show up and do a good job, whether it's, working on your health or trying to be productive with your time, or even to just show up for the people in your life that you love, but like we can't show up for others unless we love ourselves. Like it has to start there. That's the foundation. And then it ripples outwards, and there's a lot of different ways that you can find that self-love, I think.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, love yourself. And the more that you love yourself, you give that gift of you're giving your gift of yourself to the collective, to this beautiful dance. We just get to do that. But it's not just about us, is it? It's not just about us. If it was just about us, it might just darn near be easy. But it's not just about us. And truly, it's about also all of the others, other people, other creatures are just as important as that love we have for ourselves, that love for others.
100%. I think that's how most people think about love, like love for another person. We're breaking it down to the most, basic layers, but I think that's a place, a lot of people are trying to get to in life, a place where they can feel a deep love for another person. And that might be one of the more fulfilling aspects of love, that love for others. But, there's other types of love for others, love for animals, love for, your ancestors, deep love for people who, came way before you, and deep love for people that will come way after you that you will never meet. That's love for others. And, it's also like a great way to cultivate trust and honor in relationships, to operate from a place of love and to, to silence the inner judge. We want, love does not judge others. Love is collaborative. Love is looking to work together to find a common ground.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
We need more of that. Yeah, where it's like we love others because they are, right? Because they are. They're us. It's that universal. You said something earlier about the birds, right? And that we were kind of just talking about this and talking about love, and I said, I think we all should, we were talking about love for others, and it was like about the whole idea of animals and creatures, and I kind of have a hard time loving the spiders and the squirrely and some of the things of the earth. So those are sometimes my practice. But the whole thought of like love like a dog, but you said, will you share that about the birds?
Yeah. So
yeah.
I was kind of, it stems from this idea like. Sometimes it's hard to love yourself because it's like, I'm not special. Like, what am I doing? That's like, if I'm not doing something amazing with my life, and like, being one of a kind, then, maybe it's hard to feel that love for myself. But then, you think about a bird just singing this, and the bird loves that song that it sings. The bird loves the leaves that it finds to build its nest with. It loves the branch that it perches the nest in, it loves the canopy of trees that keeps it nice and shaded. The bird has no trouble finding that love, just being, not doing anything special, not being like Superbird, just being a normal bird, just singing, building a nest. But it loves doing all those things, and it's so easy for, wild creatures to find that love in whatever they're doing. Why is it so hard for us? I have my thoughts.
Yeah. Well, that you sort of wound around to the next one because there's love for yourself and there's love for all others and the creatures, but then there's love for this absolutely magnificent, beautiful, complex planet that we get to call home. Because I think if we don't love Mother Earth, we're kind of screwed. It's kind of how I see it, right? This whole love for the earth, the cosmos, the whole thing.
100%. Yeah, I mean, we're a part of that. The circle of life, the living tapestry. The interconnected systems that govern this realm. We're a part of that, and it can be hard sometimes to give thanks for the earth and to love the earth because we're so separate from it. And when you're living in an apartment, it could be hard to love the electricity flowing through your walls, or to love the water that's being forced through the pipes up into your spigot, into your sink, or to love the food in your temperature regulated box inside of its neatly packaged boxes that are ready for you at your convenience. And, it can be hard to love that sort of stuff, but if you're looking at it just in terms of like energy, water, food, maybe we can give thanks and love those things, and, if you go make a fire and you get warmth from that fire, it's easy to love that fire. Simple. Everyone loves the fire. If you're thirsty, you have no water, and you come upon a clear, stream or a nice mountain spring, it's so easy to love that water, but sometimes it's hard to love the water when somebody's just handing you a single-use plastic water bottle. So, I think in order to really love the earth, we have to commune with the earth. And what does that look like? How do we commune with the earth? Some people like to chant, sing songs, build shrines. Some people actually feed the earth. There's ritual practices of devotion that we can use to connect with the living cosmos and get outside of the technical paradigm where it can be hard to love the things around us. I love my computer, but not really. It's a different kind of love.
Yeah.
The love we feel for the earth is nothing like it.
Yeah. Good. Well said. Well said. Well said. Yeah. The earth is a big one, and as you mentioned, that if you disconnect yourself from the earth, then it's really hard to have that be part of your love practice if you're not connected to the earth. So just that getting out, and that's also one of the tools. If you remember in episode 1, and I talk about with the Firefly segment, that there's these tools that are my tools that I use for the journey, which are nourish my body, mind, and soul, all my spirit, and to find sanctuary and to experience nature, right? So it's like that experience nature, it's like do that. And when you do that, you will be able to tap into that. I think that's where the universal love that I can understand that more than any place is standing next to a tree and feeling that, that connection and knowing that, wow, this is all love. There's no, even in destruction, it's still love. It regenerates. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. This thing, love. Oh, thank you, Casey.
Beautiful.
Thanks for sharing the things. And now, are you gonna? Will you share a tune? One of your works?
Asking.
Yeah. Thanks.
If someone could maybe hand me my water bottle over there before I do the song, that'd be great. And then I'll get into some tunes here.
I gotcha. Oh, this thing's big. There you go. Yeah. So ponder is part of this whole thing. So ponder, that whole idea, love for yourself, love for others, love for the earth. In your own journey. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And is it easier for you to love others and not yourself? Is it hard for you to love the earth? Think about it. I'd love to, if you got anything, any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them in the comments. You can throw that in. You ready to roll?
I am ready.
All right,
I'm gonna
Rhymewave's
play
good.
the title track from my upcoming album. This one is called Hearing Bells.
All right. Yep. Okay. I look around and see the mind control side effects. Right or wrong, I never claim that I can lie detect. For all I know, we could be swimming in some nanotech. For all I know, we could be healing from the acid test. This is practice. What's your point of access? What's the point of everyone accumulating assets? Why is it that most of the time we're happy when we have less? Why do I feel more alive without the prophylaxis? Anxious, but I know it's all an overlay. Teacher meet the protege. I'm ready for a sober take. Oh delay, goes within the ocean's waves. Closure in the moment, but I'm open to the growing weight. Why the pioneers all building Greco-Roman ways? And why's this modern artist kind of feeling like a throwaway? Cause it's Soze, got a lot of road rage. Ole, recapitulate to home base. We on that open road time frame. We don't get caught up in the mind games. The spirit realms where you'll find me. I'm hearing bells right behind me. We on that open road time frame. We don't get caught up in the mind games. The spirit realms where you'll find me. I'm hearing bells right behind me. Put it to the test and ask the questions one too many times. Try to cast the spells and wishing wells and put it in the rhymes. Caught some synchronicities but probably missed a lot of signs. I numb the pain so much that I'm surprised I'm not lobotomized. Part of what I am I never wanted to personify. Can't take it back so I don't feel regrets, I just apologize. And I am not a victim, there's no rulers in this domicile. I want to make my mama proud because I was a problem child. Tearing down disguises to alignment with the altar space. Habits that are hard to break, spirit wash it all away. Clearly see it fall away. All the shame, all the hate, all the inner judginess and cynicism is erased. Territory animation pending on the whereabouts. Feel the glory growing in the places where you're wearing down. Eventually the reckoning's a reckoning. The requisite's a blessing and a curse is gonna come with every exodus. Yeah, we on that open road time frame. We don't get caught up in the mind games. The spirit realms where you'll find me. I'm hearing bells right behind me. We on that open road time frame. Don't get caught up in the mind games. The spirit realms where you'll find me. I'm hearing bells right behind me.
I'm gonna switch to the next song here, if that's all right with y'all. Just giving you a little preview of that first one. Turn my beat up a little bit if that's all right with the sound, man.
Guardians are looking out. Let's try to have that sort of mood. I'm hardly in a place where I could understand it or assume. This is all I came to be reclaimed, but we don't born anew. Not easily offended. Most of this is just absorbing through. The best of us forget it, then remember with the morning dew. This is always changing, always bending through the pores and grooves. What have you been worshiping? What can you afford to lose? Fresh rain drips down the desiccation crack marks, flows toward the source with the force of a glass shard. Centuries of memories encapsulate a black tar. Run it back, cause I don't think I really got the last part. Methane venting through the depths of the ocean bed, rises toward the surface, passing Yeti crabs overhead. Following the Gulf Stream, seldom seen erosion reps. Leverage through beluga whale terrain like an open thread. Rhizomorphic networks that'll stretch beneath the undergrowth in Portland to the edges of the Chesapeake. Biochar sequestered in a mesh to the selected seeds. Sayonara suckers, roots about to go 11 deep. Fire starter hemp stalks christening a little flame. Lava rocks are heating up, the lodge is keeping it contained. Pull the weeds and sacrifice the nectar that the thistle makes. Integrate invasives in a cycle where we give and take. See, there's a structure that underlies it all. It's a symphony of frequencies that ripples through the walls. It's a synergy unfolding every time an acorn falls. As industries attempt to reinvent our mating calls, facing what the fate will bring, I'm basically involved to the point where I'ma feel compelled to break up all the brawls. A beacon in the crawl space, marmalade cabals. Freedom for the false ways, all the way enthralled. See, nature is divinity. It's a litany of wavelengths. Free will's got us all thinking we can break away. But if we're out of resonance, I think it might be safe to say we're basically degrading our connection to a greater state. Conscious coexistence and self-organizing systems. We don't make the rules because most of it's already written. The web's interdependent and a lot of life just mimics the proportions and the harmonies as if it is intrinsic. The middle path, whittle back to sacred reciprocity. A meeting of the opposites at terminal velocity. Amanitas popping up and they are not my property, but we all need a living tapestry to feed the odyssey. Fractal forces weaving toward a cycle that regenerates. Let's venerate accordance in the forest as we elevate. What you really think would happen once we try to separate ourselves from nature? Ironically, we vegetate. What do you worship now? What do you worship? What do you worship? What do you worship? I dial the trees up into with that Ouroboros fortitude. The guardians are looking out, let's try to have that sort of mood. My heart being in a place where I could understand it or assume. All I know is this can be reclaimed as if we're born anew. Not easily offended, most of this is just absorbing through. The best of us forget it, then remember with the morning dew. This is always changing, always bending through the pores and grooves. What have you been worshiping? What can you afford to lose? What do you worship? What do you worship now? What do you worship? 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 What do you worship now? What do you worship? What do you worship? What do you worship now?
Thank y'all.
What do you worship? What a question. What a question.
It's a deep one.
All right. So we're going to send you over to Corinne's studio, and you get to introduce yourself to her lovely works. Corinne, you're up. We'll be back in a few.
Oh my, hello. Welcome. Welcome to my studio, my home away from home, or the home for my heart, the home for my inner child. I mean, I love it here. Miss Fabulous Karen gave you a wonderful tour around, and now you get to check out my little place. It's my little happy play place where I can either be a silly little kid or an absolute gremlin or lose my friggin' mind or just have an adult meltdown. It's all welcome here. You know what's really cool is I have a wonderful place to direct it. So this is something I'm currently working on, and let me give you a little tour of my space. So this is my castle. It's kind of like a crumbly, old school Gothic architecture where you might find some gnomes or some trolls hidden around the corner, or little elves and fairies. You never know. And 'tis the season for me to change out these old, beautiful leaves and put in some beautiful, fresh, dried flowers. And that's the cool part. I built this, I designed it, I made this, yay! And I'm really happy and proud of it. So here's a little bit of my art. We also have what's so cool with many different talents in this place, a newsletter, which my piece is right back there. So I'm on the cover, that's so cool. And we actually have so many wonderful interviews and from members inside and outside, so please, these are here at the Haven, come by and check them out. But I have some prints. That's me getting all professional like an artist is supposed to, right? Getting prints. I got some really cool stickers. This one is of shadow work, because it's okay to find beauty in some of the dark parts of yourself. So here are some works that I've done and things that I'm still working on. Oh, what's really cool too, one of my fabulous friends, Joe Riso, we do paint parties. Like, art can be frustrating at times. We make it really fun. So we have cute little examples like this. If you want to go ahead and this intimidates you, this might be a little bit better. But you know what, if art intimidates you in general, here, let me show you how I get to play and get really silly. So I'm working on this piece, but you know what, sometimes I just want to paint my shoes. Just, why not, right? Or I don't want to paint on a canvas. That's like this blank canvas. Okay, that's just really intimidating, right? Just really, really intimidating. So what's really cool, check this out. These are all offcuts from a laser machine that somebody else uses in the building. You know what you can do? You could paint on these, whatever color that you want, just a nice background, and then add little designs to it. And what's great too, these tiny little offcuts, for me, they're free. Like somebody else's trash is your own treasure, which is super cool. And you could even, say you don't have little cuts like that, you have boxes maybe around the house, like why not paint some boxes? Or maybe little pieces of wood that you find in the woods. I mean, you could put it on anything, paint everything and everything, but with consent. Preferably your own stuff and not like your friend's forehead if they're sleeping. Try not to, okay? But what's one of my favorites? Mushrooms. I love painting these beautiful conch mushrooms, sustainably harvest. And you don't even have to use a paintbrush. You can use a marker. This is one that I have. So this used to be a shelf mushroom, like that. And now it reminds me of compassion, which is super cool. So you can do this, you could paint eyeballs on everything. That's really fun too. I like painting eyeballs. And what's also really cool, come on in here. Let me show you the rest of my silly little all over the place space. So this is a current work that's showcased in our newsletter. And this is about healing my own feminine wounds, my mama wounds, the strength of Mother Earth, how she's dealt with a lot, right? She's dealt with a lot. And just with nature's abundance, like there's always this giving, there's this growing, there's this reciprocity that's natural, that's in Earth. So this is a painting trying to come back to that within myself, finding and connecting to those deep roots of my own feminine wounds or my own ancestry, my maternal lineage, and also connecting back to the world and realizing, just like she's giving an orb in her hand, like there's hope. There's always hope, which is really cool. So that's my silliness, but also we have, which is really cool, actually this Thursday, we have a metamorphosis figure drawing. So here's a fabulous example. Let's try it over here, of just using some charcoal. And that's open for everybody. So Thursday, 7 o'clock, come on by and check it out. And we also have, you can never have too many toys. These things are awesome. I also have lightsabers, but I hide them so people don't steal them because sometimes that happens. But I mean, woo, these are fun. Why not get silly? That's the best part. Sometimes I can get really frustrated. So for example, I really like this piece. This one is holding the seed of the earth. Help it grow is the title right now, and that could change. But what's really cool is that I have been really stuck on it. And I really enjoy when other artists normalize the frustrating moments in life. Like, we all can get frustrated at traffic. I can get really frustrated at a painting and need to take a break or step away. So I love having little things to play with, little toys. You know what? I still have fabulous little plushy toys. You're never too old for stuffed animals. That's what I'm saying. And you know what? This is great because of my neurodivergence. It's like, oh, look at that. It's awesome. It's all fuzzy and it's got the textile thing, and that just makes me so happy. So, yeah, you're never too old for stuffed animals. But what's really cool, even though I'm working on multiple projects, I also started getting into black lights, UV lights, fluorescence. Right now, this is a palette of paint that glows under fluorescent light, which is super awesome. So, just like these shoes, let me take you over to my little black white wall. So, we've got this painting right here. Now check it out. Watch it change. So with UV light and UV paint, it's almost like you can have two paintings in one, which is so cool. It's almost like it becomes electrifying and it dances off the canvas or off the page. And oh, you saw these shoes earlier. These funky little, probably dirty shoes. I'm not gonna sniff those, but check this out. Ready? Whoa, they glow. Oh my goodness, check out them glowing shoes. I am also practicing on hyping myself up. I highly recommend that. Encourage and celebrate yourself the way your inner child or inner teen would want. And so, as of late, when I do something, sometimes it's just cooking for myself, getting out of bed at the proper time. I'm like, yeah, just like an epic goalie. You know, there's a Euro dance party in the background, and I'm just like, yeah, look how awesome this is. So sometimes that can annoy me, but that's my little perk right now. So anyway, if you want to play with black light paint, which is so rad and awesome. Oh wait, check this out too. My whole outfit is black light. Not my whole outfit, my pants, so that's a lie, but let's check this out. Oh my goodness, look at these pants. Look, it's fabulous. And you know what's really cool? My friend Chrissy, who goes as Miss Chaos, painted on me while I was painting. So you can get kind of meta when you paint, which is super cool also. Let's take this with us and check this out. So I've got even more black light. Oh my goodness. Woo! So I have a blacklight experience, which is a workshop here at the Haven once a month. Actually, we're doing it twice a month. Oh my God, wait, we're doing it 3 times a month this month. Stay tuned. Check out Blacklight Paint Party. This is not a promo. This is just me sharing all the goodies that I'm working on. I swear, you want to learn how to paint this silly little happy mushroom, and it's springtime, 'tis the season, right? Or even a dragon or a heart. Come on by, check it out. It's great for beginners. I love helping people who may have always wanted to paint, but has maybe that harsh inner critic, that really deep-rooted, I can't do this. I love that. Come on in. Let's bring our harsh inner critics together. Like my inner critic is like somebody who tried to get onto Jersey Shore and just didn't make it. Like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? This looks like poo. And it can get annoying. I feel that. So come on by. Come on and have fun. And let's see. Yeah. Oh, you know what's even funnier too? I'm just going to show you the outside because it's a bit spicy. I have illustrations in an erotic magazine. Oh my goodness. See, we could do silly little kid stuff. We can also do adult things too. But you got to come by the studio to check out all the illustrations. They're quite silly, quite nonsensical and silly, I'll tell you that much. Also, come here. I'm going to just do a show and tell. Come. This is stuff from years ago. Years ago. I used to do tattoo designs. Oh God, I really like jellyfish. And jellyfish almost look like aliens, right? I want to do an alien jellyfish, and I could take these cool stuff and turn it into like this big old painting over here. She's a work in progress, but that's kind of like the organization and order of our chaotic universe, or at least the our galaxy we're currently in. I do nonsensical, I do silly stuff. You know what I also did too, other than really enjoying making snuggle pandas? I do architectural drafting. There's adult stuff in here too, like actual official stuff. So anyway, I wanted to paint more, but I decided to show off me. So come by and say hi. But anyway, thank you, Miss Karen, for letting me show my weird, wonderful, and oddball self and all my little goodies. And hopefully this inspires you to go ahead and create and to get messy and get silly and draw on your shoes or your outfits, because there's so many different ways to art. Let's break those rules. Thank you. Mwah!
Thank you, Corinne. I think these chairs right here are Corinne chairs for the blacklight party, and they look super cool. The whole little setup actually looks super cool in the lights. It's really fabulous. I kind of wanted to sit down and get super cozy with you, just to let you know that I love you and that you are a beautiful masterpiece. And I so want you to be a beautiful shining light in this world, flying through like a firefly. And this idea of letting love lead, to me, I think is like like none of the pieces are like, they're all like necessary, and like there's no level of importance, but it's the real, like, it's the, at least it has been for me, the real key to amplifying the amount of love in my life. When I started consciously like making love the primary decision maker in my life. Like that is how I make a decision. I look at the loving myself, loving others, and come up with this a balanced approach to love. So sometimes the love for myself is going to cause me to want to do one thing, but that might not be the best thing, because it could be outweighed by, it could be really great for me and not good for others and not good for the earth. So if it's not really good for others and not good for the earth, it has to be really, really good for me. Or, you know, it just doesn't balance. So it's been this way for me of looking at almost like really everything. Every decision, every choice, weighing that out. Somebody once said to me, like, for real, you really do that? And I was like, yeah, I really do, if I'm being intentional about it. If I say, even with little things, you know, it's just like, but like if you say, okay, let's see, let's just use an example, which is kind of not a great example, but it's the one that's coming to me, is I just bought a car recently. And so I knew that I wanted to have a car, but there's that piece. So do I need a car? And I was like, well, I need a car. Like, for the love for myself, I know who I am, and yeah, I could ride a bike, and I could do other things, and I could find transport in a different way. But for me, I love to drive. Absolutely love to drive. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna get a car. And then I think about it, and it's like, okay, so what about love for the earth? Okay, well, what if the car I wanted was like, got really, really terrible gas mileage, was really hard on the earth in terms of emissions or whatever? I'd have to really balance that out and say, like, really? Could I come up with a car that maybe is good for the earth, or the best thing, you know, for the earth? Okay, there's that. And I was like, okay, is there anything in that for others? How does that look? And I don't know how the car that you could drive could be like not good for other people, but I do know that you can make your car really good for people by painting it and not making it be a happy day vehicle that you drive around. That was kind of like, okay, if I'm gonna have a car and I'm gonna add that to the world, I'm gonna maybe amp it up a little bit and have it be its own little vessel of love. The car itself, in the driving around. I love it. I love it when people stop and like look and say, oh, wow, that's nice, right? It says happy day. It says, be you, full and true on the back. So I think about it, in making that decision about the car, it wasn't just about like, here's this car. It was like all of the pieces about it. How is that going to be the most amount of love out there in the world? So think about it. Like, spend time making your decisions, because if you're not consciously like discerning, then are you being fully present, activated, authentic? If you're not the one really truly making these decisions for you and considering the others and the earth at the same time. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this doesn't seem like I'm kind of like it's kind of coming out in my head right now as this a little bit stern, and it's really not. It's not a stern thing. It's just and sometimes you choose yourself, and you know that really like a different decision might be better for the earth and better for others, and you choose yourself anyway, and that's okay. And that's okay. And then you learn, and you're like, what I find is when I choose myself, I get less from it. Like, I think that's the thing that's gonna like make it all good, but I end up not getting like all the out of it that I really could. It's like, it's not as juicy. That when I really make the decision, the balanced and most amount of love, that's when it comes back to me. It's like the more you love, the more love comes back to you. This whole beautiful, I call it like it's like the happiness loop. It's like when you're happy, it's contagious. Other people around you like find themselves happy, and then and I don't know about for me, but like if you're in front of me and you're happy, that makes me more happy. And if that just kind of like becomes this like cycle, it's the same thing with like love and letting love lead. This is like this lovely painting up here, and I even have stickers. So I have some stickers. If you want a sticker, shoot me a note there, and I'll send you a sticker in a love note. A sticker that says, "Let love lead." Remind yourself. And the other thing I'm going to leave you with, when you let love lead, you know what? Joy follows. We'll be back.
Embrace the transformation, there is no destination. Consider where we came from and what we put our stake in. See, this evolution's ancient. Taste it when the allegory starts to cave in. Now I'm peering through this haziness. Different shades of the same gradient. Each one teach one, radiate amazingness. Pleiadians recovering circadian. Sentient positions we've been bending in. Pendulums of internal medicine. We're steady setting up a renaissance and severing a mode of thinking bound within a lexicon, tethering beliefs to the inanimate and energetic. Maybe we can see us both mechanical and independent. I wish the populace was optimistic first, but renegades a stage for the apocalypse or worse. I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on, take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy, paste. Times like these are make or break. I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on. Take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy, paste. Climbing up the closest tree to elevate the vantage. Grinding down an old machine to tweak with the mechanics. I'm rhyming with this poetry to educate the masses. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but hopefully it catches. Abandoning conventions of learned wrongs and rights. Reacting to the present in a state of fight or flight. The actual committed sense of doing something right never felt as real as it feels tonight. See, home is where the heart is, where the roots will stretch through fertile soil. Dearly the departed feed the artist with a surging coil. Merely a cathartic seed we plant as water starts to boil. Toroidal fields to ease collective turmoil. And trauma makes saints, bad days make the holidays great, man. I'd like to nominate grace and manifest a place where we can operate change. I'm just trying to find myself before I go insane. I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on and take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy paste. Times like these are make or break. I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on and take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy paste. So rage against the machine, down with disease. God loves ugly in the fake plastic trees. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can be a showstopper, but you can't make him think. So let it be, broken soul jamboree. Stairway to heaven and sex on the beach. You can stimulate minds, but you can't force hands. You can imitate the tribe, but you can't morph. Man, I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on and take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy paste. Times like these are make or break. I'm just trying to write songs to keep the lights on and take a lane where I don't need to play the game. I'm just trying to let bygones be bygones. Spread love, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Happy day. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm rolling out some dough. This is canvas cooking, and if it's your first time watching this, canvas cooking is my way of exploring creativity in the kitchen. And at the same time as exploring creativity, it also makes it easier for you to learn how to cook with what you have and make something tasty. So the canvas, the idea is that you have a canvas that is sort of like a blank canvas that you can do lots of different things with. and then you unleash your creativity on that. So today's canvas is, for lack of a better term, because I've never come up with a better word for it, is cinnamon rolls. But not cinnamon rolls in the traditional sense of a sweet roll, but a cinnamon roll in that it is dough that you roll up and cut into pieces, and they look like the shape of a cinnamon roll. It's the same thing. But you can just do an amazing amount of different things, like unlimited, your creativity. So before I jump into that, I just want to do a reminder, or maybe it's not a reminder, maybe it's new to you, is that we are energy. And so cooking is a way of this, what you make is now the alchemy. I am part of this. Like my energy is part of what I create. And so then that's really a powerful thing. Wow, right? So again, intention, set the intention, be there, and be a part of it. Makes all the difference. So here's your canvas. You have dough. And I'll find some way to share this recipe with you, because this is a recipe that I found. I even found the book. It's a little ragged. This is this cookbook from literally when I moved to Bellingham, right after I graduated from college. I moved to Bellingham, Washington, and I bought this in Bellingham. So it was probably 1987. That's probably when I bought this cookbook, was 1987. So I was going to say, I wasn't even born then. But anyway, it's just all these recipes. And this recipe that was in there, it's called the 60-minute cinnamon roll. And she got it from somebody like a military thing, where they had come up with this recipe where literally the dough, it's a yeast dough. It rises, and you make it in 60 minutes. And it's really just the method of how you do it. And you have flour, yeast, sugar, salt, and you have to have some sugar in there, because that's what the yeast eats to get it going. But you can replace part of that sugar with herbs. Again, the dough is also a canvas. It doesn't, you get to explore your creativity. So you have that mix: flour, sugar, yeast, salt, and then in a saucepan, you've got butter, milk, and water. And you heat that butter, milk, and water, and it's really important to test the temperature of it until you get to the point where you understand, because basically you want it about 120. And I don't know if maybe you're different than me, but when I first started doing it, and I would think, okay, this is about 120, and then I would put a thermometer in it just to check, and it would be like, 92, whatever, or 140. And both of those things are going to be bad for your dough. If it's not warm enough, it's not going to rise in 60 minutes. If it's too warm, you're going to kill your yeast. So there is this whole science going on too. So this is having like a little digital thermometer and testing that and getting to know that, like what that temperature feels like, 120. And then basically in a mixer, you mix that all up. You add the hot liquid to the flour, turn it on, let it go for a little while, add some more flour. You make this really very loose dough, put it in a big bowl. So put it in a bowl that you've oiled. You can either oil it with like olive oil or some kind of oil, or coconut oil, butter, whatever, to oil the inside of your bowl so that your dough doesn't stick to it, and it also helps it rise. I turn on when I start to make the dough, I turn on the oven to like 250, then I turn off the oven, like I let it warm up, I turn off the oven, get everything, and then by the time that I've got the dough, the oven's at this great temperature. You put it in there and you let it rise for 30 minutes. And then you pull it out and you roll it out. Now, I don't know if you can see this, if we got the but So the difference in when you're rolling out your, like, this is roughly about how much a recipe would make. And now if I have this long ways and this, if I made it shorter but fatter, you're basically going to put your filling and you're going to roll it up. So how long and wide you make it is going to affect like how fat it is in combination with the ingredients. I don't know if that makes sense, but it'll make sense when I do this. So I'm going to make this into 3 different things. This is also, this is my handy dandy tip of the day. Handy dandy tip today is get yourself a bench scraper. Get yourself a bench scraper. And the best bench scraper, this is a bench scraper. It's sharp on this side, but not super sharp. And the best ones have, I think this one had it at once, measurements here. So you could, if you're really like, you really want to make sure that everything is exactly the same size, or you need to measure it, you've got measuring. So it's a great tool because it's great for, you can cut. It's also great for the bench is in pastry terms, like where you work. That's called the bench. So it's meant to be like a dough kind of thing. So you have the bench scraper that can go clean everything up, but it also cuts as well. And it's just great. So we're going to do, I'm just going to do a little kind of like mark there because we're going to do 3. So cinnamon roll is this soft butter that you add cinnamon and sugar to make like a cinnamon sugar butter that you spread all on there. Maybe put raisins on it, maybe, you know, on there, and then you roll it up, cut it up. That's a cinnamon roll. So basically you start with sauce. So we've got pizza sauce. We're going to do that one in the middle here. And so I'm just going to put pizza sauce down on this little piece. Okay, there you go. And then we've got, what are other sauces? This sauce is a mustard, whole grain mustard mayonnaise kind of sauce. Okay, we're gonna put that on there, and spread that out. And then this sauce is a blue cheese, like dip spread. So we've got, and you can also, this is it's a Portland brand, this one. But it's also super easy to do yourself, just to, like, again, mayonnaise, sour cream, or just mayonnaise and blue cheese. So so you put that down first, and then, so with the blue cheese, we're gonna do some turkey. So then I'm gonna load, and I want this to be a big, hearty sandwich. So and think about, it's really this size because you're gonna cut. So you want to make sure that from here to here you've got toppings. And that's also going to get a little bit of bacon, and some caramelized onions. And I forgot that one thing that I was going to put in there. But I'll just tell you. I usually put also apples in. I like that combination. So that's ready to go. So on the pizza, we're gonna add some zucchini. Now when you add something like this, so I grated this, because I'm gonna just sprinkle that on this part of it. So we're gonna make like a vegetarian little pizza one. So the thing to think about when you have something like this is the water content of it. So if you kept it larger, and so what I did, I grated that and then I squeezed it. So I squeezed as much moisture out of it, because if you don't, then what's gonna happen is when you bake it, as that zucchini bakes, it's gonna release that moisture, and it's in this dough, and moisture like that and dough don't always go well. You'll get a soggy cinnamon roll, and that's not what you want. So make sure that whatever fillings you have don't have a lot of moisture content. And we've got some, and the same thing, like mushrooms. These are sauteed mushrooms, like all the water contents out of them. They're ready to roll. And on that, we're gonna add some, like this little blend of Parmesan. Do-do-do-do. All right, and on this one, and it is St. Patrick's Day today. I spent one absolutely lovely St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. I did a little solo backpacking trip when I was in my mid-20s, without a cell phone, mind you. So I was in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day, and it was so much fun. I was in this little little town of Dingle, very much a like small village, and it was fabulous. All right, so we've got corned beef, and then we've got sauerkraut. So again, I'm gonna try to. So I drained this and tried to squeeze it as much, and we're just gonna sprinkle that on there, like that. All right, there you go. And then I think that's it. So here's where that bench scraper comes in too. So now I can just I'm just gonna cut this all the way down, and you can use that on the end to get it started. The ends of that, just scoop that up, and then roll it up. Just kind of nicely. I'm trying to not get myself all saucy. And there you go. Ta-doo. And then, like if you want big, like if you're doing this, we'll just show you. Right? That's gonna be a big sort of a bigger fatty, taller, but then you can do also super small, and you can cut it so they're these like smaller versions. And so what you would do is when you cut them is, so this is, you can do this. This is gonna have a lot more time from a cooking standpoint. Like think about that, right? Like how, but it's doable. You just have to monitor your cooking time. And that you would put this in a baking dish, and I should have done the tomato one last, so I don't have tomato on my bench scraper. But you get the idea. I'm gonna leave that at there. We'll finish that up. I guess my apron's gonna be my little sauce man. So this is kind of like like pastrami, the whatever, corned beef and sauerkraut, a little pizza-ish, and a little turkey bacon, blue cheese with an apple in it. So you got sauce, you got some fillings, and then what are you gonna do? So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What do you do? What do you got in your cupboard? Or when you go to the store, like what jumps out at you? What's like says, oh, I want that. And then you can kind of riff on that. But the idea is to unleash your creativity, be able to open your cupboard and find out what you have. And maybe you have flour, yeast, and sugar, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make some dough, and then we're gonna make some, and what are we gonna put in it? Okay? So, I'm going to give away this Corinne print, and to the first person that in the whatever chat there gives me an idea of a savory cinnamon roll that they can make. All right? Unleash your creativity. Let me know what you got. And I think that's a wrap on this. I'll be back in a few. Happy day. Bye.
is imagination. How wide can you open up your mind now? Every indication says simulation. My approach, I'ma mess around and find out. Every situation's just what you make it. Life is just a ride and you're probably gonna wipe out. It's essential for the integration. Just do it cause it's entheogenic, endogenous compounds, neurotransmitters that fire a loud sound, anthropogenic religions, a cop-out, circleback, slivis, the way we used to bow down. My mouth is an instrument twisted with infinite advantages, vision analysis mixed with the canister filled to the brim and extending within the receptors for cannabis. Epigenetics with resonance, morphing and feel where we shed the mechanics. Morphogenesis, orgone, energetic source code, exorbitant, don't stress it. There's more important shit, let's get it. Plugging in the coordinates, then send it. Trust me, I'll be flooring it. Sketch a wave while you can if you're a fan of the respite. Obsessive mixed with festive, misdirected system, stretch and stick the session, flip investments, prison system, shit's depressing. Merging the essential, physical and mental, spirit is eternal, body is ephemeral. Merging the essential, physical and mental, the spirit is eternal. I pencil it in, test for the kin, messenger finishing stories within, ready to sit with the glorious grin, cordially switching the gory and grim. Sort of aborted the mission of men and afforded a fortune of riveting trends. More of a corpus conditioning than a recorded assortment of normal events. High strangeness, living on the pages, choose your own adventure every damn day. Proof that the venture gives you good taste, so I assume we're all here to create. Vibes contagious, find a way to rhyme a wave. Still searching for the brighter days, by engage with the wick for the fireplace. By the way, he spits like an iron mace.
By the way, by the way,
by the way,
by the way, by the way,
by the way, by the way,
by the way, by the way,
by the way, by the way, by the way, by the way, by the way, by the way, y'all. It's really damn nice. Got a finger on the pulse and the hand on the mic. Gotta take a stand with the raps I write. Manic with imaginary appetites. Taking a stab at a passionate flight with the astral advantage of packing it right. Facing the savage, abandoning the fright. Paving the way for the casual life. Forging a new path out of the gulag. Choosing a movement that's cooler than boot camp. Who's that moving back into the New Jack City with affinity for getting off of food stamps? This is abandonment issues. I'm mixed with a healthy distrust for the Vatican. Maybe a spaz, but it's par for the course when I'm leveling up the adaptogens. Truth and honest passion. Blood, I'll cruise the comets past the sun. Fusion sonnets after crux. The musing got a sack of trust. Truman with a royal flush infused with what the soil does. Mutants with the royal must. This room is all tinfoil stuff. Stacking the magical African root with indigenous plants and seeds of truth. I'm actually having a magical mood. Imagine me asking the animals too. Imagine the plastic on grandma's rug. Flashing a pattern and packing a punch. Future is shocking, somatics are fun. Capsac granted and still on the run.
by the way, by the way, by
Still
the
on the
way,
run.
by the way now.
Yeah. I love you. I want you to stay safe, always. Be safe. Be able to, how's that go? Live long and prosper. And the reason I'm saying all that is because we're going to just keep on talking a little bit about driving. And I want to share with you that this weekend, I had a few opportunities to, opportunities, that's really a strange way to put that, but came across accidents. The first one was Friday morning, and it was 5 a.m. and it was a truck that had rolled over. He said he fell asleep, and it was a lot. It was a lot to see, to see what happens. You're traveling at high speeds in a metal box, right? And there's other people around you traveling at high speeds in their own metal box. I mean, if there's any place that we can really, really lean into being loving creatures, it's when we're on the road and behind, the wheel of a vehicle, because we put ourselves and we put other people in danger sometimes by doing so. It's a high risk environment, really, driving. So I just want to kind of, I know I don't have to tell you that. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you that, but I wanted to remind you of that. And that's really the thing that struck me, because I saw another accident on Saturday on the way home, and it, it was just this, how sad. It's really, it's a lot. And if you've been in an accident, you know what it's like. It's serious trauma. It's a big, big deal. So how we drive and our conscious level of awareness of both our own safety and those around us, I think is something to think about, to talk about, to consider. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, when you get in your car, make it a time. Again, arrive. Okay, now we're going to go. I'm going to be aware. I'm going to be aware of all of the people around, how fast they're going, what's happening, and make decisions that are led by love. So what does that look like on the road? Making decisions that are led by love. Well, I think it's things like the decisions you make about, let's just say, a merge. So say you're coming along and you've got a merge coming. And have you ever been where it's where you kind of does it really matter what the rule of law is in those times? Does it really matter? If you have the right of way, but what's really important is that we stay safe. So you're driving along and this car's coming, and what do? If you're in that same, it looks like we're kind of gonna come to that merge point both at the same time if we continue in this trajectory. So do you speed ahead? Do you slow down? Right? And there's not a right answer to what you do. It's what is happening within you when you do that. If it's I'm gonna get ahead of you, that's a little, right? Is that really loving? And as the same thing as if you just slow down and be go, and right? Is that really loving to yourself? If you don't sort of look out for yourself, it's there's not a right or wrong answer. It's all about what's happening within you and how you make decisions in relation to the other person. That you're consciously thinking about the health and well-being of that other person, and not just some kind of reaction to our own. I don't know what that is. I find that when I get aggressive on the road, and I believe that if I start to get aggressive on the road, that's a red flag for me. It's a red flag that says, okay, what's going on, and where are you at, and why are you? It usually means my own tank is running close to empty, because then I have very little patience for people. It's I'm not going to look out for you, and I'm not going to think about you because I'm in that mode of, for me, it really does signal why did I instantly think that person was at fault? I like to think about when somebody does something, what happened today, what it was like, oh, somebody just literally went like flying by and that like weaving through like 3 lanes of traffic just at top speed. And I was like, wow. And then it was my head, it was like, okay, what's the story? What's the thing? And it's like, oh, the thing is you say, have I ever done that? And I was like, well, yeah, I have. Not to say that that makes it right, but you start to like go, okay, is there maybe a reason? And do we need to have any kind of judgment, right? Love doesn't have any judgments. It just observes and says, whoa. And that's where that comes from, is like not to be like, because it could be somebody that's driving recklessly, absolutely. It could be someone that something is happening and they are literally in that like, I got to get there, right? Like you don't know that. So why make the immediate call that they're being an asshole, right? Why do that? Because what I found when I did that, I hurt. I'm the one that feels that. So, yeah, there we go. The other thing is, how do you, I had a parking lot thing today happen. That made me think, so how do you behave in the parking lot? Do you snag that spot even though you know that there's this car right over there, but you're in a position where you can snag that spot? Do you snag that spot? And like, oh, that's okay. It's, free for all. We got it. I won. Again, there's not a right or wrong. It's, do you pay attention to your internal dialogue? And is it being loving to those around you? Is it being loving? I hope so. Because I know it just feels good. It's just this, it's like when you let love lead, joy follows. It's just like, it's just easy to like dig into that when you just settle into the love of it all. For the love of it all. For the love of it all. All right. Do we have anything? Oh, we do have something. Because I have this to give away. Thank you, Corinne, for painting this beautiful painting. And this is going to Tyler Shrake and his cinnamon and pears. Cinnamon and pears. It's interesting because pears can be that, and even cinnamon too, right? You can spin that savory and you can spin that sweet too. I do a lot of things with pears and blue cheese and caramelized onions. I love caramelized onions. So Tyler, this is for you. Thanks for. Did we have any other ideas?
Spinach, chicken, and raisins.
Oh, Wonder what the sauce would. Yeah, you don't have to do a sauce on it. What's that?
Balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, yum. Yeah. So do that balsamic like you would do that like a little. I would do a little balsamic like a little bit heavier on that. Like again, think about you want your sauces to be on the thicker side of.
Sauerkraut, cheese, broccoli, and chicken.
Sauerkraut, cheese, broccoli, and chicken. I love it. Any questions or any things need to be addressed from out there? The B-Hots. The B-Hots is the beautiful humans out there. That's what I just had to make up for you. You're a beautiful human out there.
Sarah says, Karen, your voice is so calming to listen to.
Aw, I'm glad. That's a beautiful thing to hear, because I'm like everyone else. I have my things, and my voice is one of those things where I think it's kind of weird. That's what we got? Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you, Rhymewave, yeah, for sharing that entry with me, like riffing on love. That I loved what you had to interject in there. Thank you so much, and all your work. Casey was holding down like double duty as the wordsmith musician tonight. And Corinne, thank you, Corinne, for everything. Thank you to my fabulous team. This is, like I said in the beginning, this is 100%. This is live. We just start and we just go, and I don't give them a lot of direction, and they are professionals, and every week we're trying to get better. And so any feedback, I'd love to hear it. Yeah, let's see, what else? Anything else I'm forgetting, team? Okay, I think that's a wrap. Thank you for being here. I love you. You're a beautiful masterpiece. Go be you, bright and true. Happy day.